What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ruse Reviews, and today we are chatting about Elips by Maxime Helier. So, let's get into this. Alrighty, so another app review. It's been a while since we've done a little app review, and I've missed them. To be fair, I have missed the app reviews, and it's a mentalism app. Yet again, you guys know how much I love mentalism apps, and because of the fact that this channel had a monopoly on just sort of reviewing apps, and you know, I love apps, I use apps pretty much every single day, I tried to chop it up a little bit. I didn't want it just to all be apps, but there are times when certain apps come into your life. That sounded more romanticised than I wanted it to be. But there are times when you feel a review has to come out, and this is one of those times. So, we are on about Elips by Maxime Helier. What is Elips? Well, Elips is a way of having your spectators think of any song and any lyric within that song, and you, in real time, are able to devise what lyric they are merely thinking of. Not only that, but you can also get the artist who wrote the song and the song itself. Now, over the years, there have been a lot of apps that allow you to predict songs. A couple off my head are indeed Earworm by Mark Kirstein. It's one of my favourite magic apps on the market, especially in conjunction with Wikitest. And if you haven't seen my review for Wikitest yet, you can find it up here. There are certain apps, and there's a few that have come out that allow you to predict songs, and indeed include music or a music sort of prediction within the app. What this does is it allows you to A, do that, but B, give you a free choice. And I mean literally free choice. There's no forcing, there's no multiple outs, there's no nothing like that. Your spectator genuinely thinks of any song in the world, any language, and you are able to devise what song it is and the lyric. So, if you're a mentalist and you're aware of the term PA, I'm sure some of you will know what PA stands for. It's used in many, many other effects. Peter Turner has a brilliant one called Raise. If you're a fan of PAs, or not even really a fan, but if you even want to get into PAs, I use PAs a lot in my Propolis mentalism work, this takes PAs to a whole new level. In real time, this app will be able to give you a PA for any lyric from any song in the world, and it will build that PA for you, so you have to do none of the brain work, which is absolutely genius. When I saw the workings of this app, I'm never one to sort of go straight on hype for a trick, but when I saw the workings of this app, just from a couple of people's voicing their opinion on Facebook, I thought I've got to check it out. And when I saw the workings, blown away, man. I was able to do it for my friends that night. So yeah, I am absolutely in love with this app. It makes working PAs very, very useful indeed. Now, I said this app was genius, and that's twofold, because in fact it uses the website Genius. If any of you have used Genius, then you will know that any song will come up in the world, and it is exactly like that when using this effect. So let me just reiterate some of these key points for you. Real lyrics, multiple languages, can be performed remotely via Zoom. There's no forcing, no multiple outs. This is available on both iOS and Android. There are multiple methods for this to work. I have no idea of what else I could tell you. It is literally that clean. Oh, one downside, if you could call it a downside, which I definitely do not, it does require data or internet access. For me, not a problem. As you know, I use Wikitest on the daily, or I did before the pandemic hit. I still do in my Zoom shows, but internet, not a problem. You connect to the internet as soon as you get to a venue. I go straight to 4G because I don't trust Wi-Fi. But yeah, absolutely not a problem using internet in the course of this effect. And available for both iOS and Android. There's been a whole sort of iOS over Android for Magic apps, which, to be fair, iOS do tend to have the monopoly. But the fact that this company, Maxime, has brought out the app for both iOS and Android shows how much he is caring and appreciating the Magic community at large. You know what? I've got a feeling this is going to be a short review again. But you guys know, if you watched my last review, you guys know that if it's a shortish review, it means that what I'm talking about is great. I really don't have to talk that much about it. And I wouldn't be reviewing it if I hadn't tried it and was working it and enjoying it. So yeah, apologies if this is quite short. So let's talk about these multiple methods. Thankfully, they are all solo methods, which is quite cool. One of them is an earpiece. So if you work with earpieces, you can have your PAs spoken to you through your earpiece and be able to devise the word that way. The second method, which is my favourite and is going to be my go-to because I think it is brilliant, is the stopwatch method. Basically, you get them to search for a song on Genius. This is what I've been doing anyway. And I start the stopwatch to determine how long it takes for me to decipher A, their lyric, and B, who it was, whose song it is. What I love about this is it gives you real justification for looking at your phone, and you get so far ahead with the methodology that you barely look at your phone. I look at my phone maybe once and then one more to stop the timer. So it is a really, really nicely justified methodology for use with this effect. And thirdly, there is a calculator method, which is probably one that I won't use, but I can see a lot of people using it. It conjoins, that's not a real thing. It works in conjunction with, that's proper English for you, it works in conjunction with Crypttext by Chaim Goldenberg. If you don't know what Crypttext is, I would highly suggest that you go and check it out. But yeah, really nice little inclusion for working with this app. You also have a lot of integrations with connectivity within this app. So if you use Telegram, maybe for other apps or just in your personal life to get notifications, then you can use Telegram in conjunction with this app. So you don't have to look at your phone and you just get push notifications when a lyric is searched for. There is also a really nice integration with Inject. Now, I personally do not use Inject. I know there are a lot of professional performers out there that do use it, but you can get your spectator to search for a lyric and song from your Inject URL. So you can combine everything together within the Inject app. You also have connectivity with Flitch, which again is something that I don't use, but if you want, you can connect this app with Flitch, and what you can do is have the image of the song or like maybe the album cover or something like that show up on your website, which again is pretty cool because then you've got a reveal that has been on your website that maybe has been there the entire time if you're able to prove that. Just having the availability of connectivity for all these things within this app is great, and Maxime hasn't held back on what you can connect with this Elips app, and I'm sure things will progress in the future as well. Oh, I should also point out there is also connectivity for remote controls. So if you have a mini remote control, you're able to do your inputs, for want of a better word, with that remote control with this app as well. Also, I just want to touch on the instructions briefly, and I say briefly because there isn't much to talk about in the instructions. It is less than a page long worth of instructions. The instructions themselves are written, and you guys know me, when it comes to apps, I prefer if there was a video as well. I always think video just adds a little bit more. I know sometimes people find it hard, especially when it comes to technology, to figure out things, and I was one of those people as well, and I still am. But this app made it very, very simple. There's not a lot of instruction. There's not a lot to sort of follow, really. It just gives you the really quick breakdown of what you need to do, and you can read the instructions in 5 minutes and be performing it in 10. So yeah, really nice, simple instructions, but as with everything, might benefit from a little instructional video. Boom! End of the show. That was quick, wasn't it? Was that quick? I don't know, I haven't timed this. But yeah, I have nothing else to say about Elips. I absolutely love it. It's probably my favourite app of 2021 so far. I don't know what else to say. I cannot wait to go out and start using this, using it in stage shows, probably still use it on Zoom a little bit. In-person shows are coming back now, so I can't wait to get out there and start performing. But what I really love about this app is its simplicity and its deviousness using PAs. For me, I love using PAs in my daily work for Propolis Mentalism, and I really love how this app utilises that in such a clever way. It uses the website Genius, and it is genius. No two words about it. The stopwatch version, which is my favourite, is my go-to. The justifications for looking at your phone at the right moments is all there. You don't see anything, your spectators won't see anything unless they're specifically looking at a specific area on your phone, which only you know about. It is so clever. And the fact that there's no forcing, no multiple outs, none of that stuff. It just blows my mind. The fact that you can think of literally any song in the world, doesn't matter how old, how new, any artist, living or dead, and you can get that lyric within that song. Yeah, too good. Just go out, get this app, do yourself a favour, you will thank me later. So that's it, guys. That's the end of today's review. That has been Elips by Maxime Helier. All the links will be below as per usual. Like, subscribe, it always helps me out if you do, and I will see you all very, very soon. Ciao.